Listen to me closely because I am not going to repeat this. The paperwork is already on the desk. The decision, it was made 3 days ago behind closed doors. You are walking into a trap, and you don't even see it yet. You think everything is normal. You think that awkward silence in the Monday morning meeting was just awkwardness. It wasn't. It was the beginning of the end. It was the sound of a guillotine blade being hoisted up, waiting for your neck. Most people think being fired is a sudden event, like a car crash or a lightning strike. That is a lie. That is exactly what HR wants you to believe, so you stay docile, productive, and quiet until the security guard is standing at your desk with a cardboard box. The truth? A firing is a process. It is a calculated campaign. It happens in slow motion. And right now, you are probably in the middle of it without even realizing you're bleeding. If you value your paycheck, if you want to protect your family's security and stay one step ahead of the corporate axe, hit that like button right now. Do it to lock in your survival instinct. Do it because you refuse to be a victim. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't in any employee handbook, and your HR representative is definitely not going to warn you about it. You need to understand the dark psychology of management. When a boss decides to cut you loose, their brain chemistry actually changes when they look at you. It's primal. They stop seeing an asset. They stop seeing a human being with rent to pay. They start seeing a liability, a problem to be managed, a cancer to be cut out. And because humans are terrible at hiding their true intentions, even sociopaths in suits, they start leaking clues, subconscious signals that scream, "Get out." We call it the soft freeze-out. It isn't loud yelling. It isn't a formal write-up on your permanent record. It is terrifyingly quiet. Think back to yesterday. Did you get left off an email chain? Just a small oversight, right? Wrong. In the corporate world, there are no accidents. Did your boss stop asking about your weekend? That's not them being busy. That is them emotionally detaching from you. They are already mourning the relationship before it's even dead. They are distancing themselves so it hurts less when they finally pull the trigger. You are sitting there right now, working hard, staying late, thinking your effort will save you. You think if you just grind harder, you can turn it around, but the calculation has already been done. The spreadsheet is closed. You are fighting a war that ended last Tuesday. You are a ghost walking through the halls. You need to stop working. Right now. Stop typing. Stop answering emails. You need to start looking. Look at the calendar. Look at the sudden shifts in energy in the room when you enter. The air changes. Pressure. I'm going to break down the 3 specific, undeniable silent signals that confirm you have exactly 14 days left on the payroll. These are the red flags that most people miss until they are handing over their badge. If you spot number 2, you don't just have a problem, you have an emergency. You need to copy your files and update your resume tonight. You are still here. Good. That means you are taking this seriously. Most people would have clicked away by now because the truth is too uncomfortable. But you want to survive. So let's get into the dirty mechanics of how they are going to take you out. I mentioned the silent signals. These aren't random. They are tactical maneuvers designed by legal departments and HR specialists to protect the company, not you. They need to fire you without getting sued. To do that, they need to build a case. And that brings us to the first massive red flag, the sudden paper trail. Think about your relationship with your boss over the last year. Maybe you guys just chatted, quick phone calls, Slack messages, casual. Then out of nowhere, the tone shifts. You have a 5-minute conversation, and 10 minutes later, you get an email. Per our conversation, I just want to confirm that you agreed to deliver X by Y date. Does that sound familiar? If it does, your stomach should be dropping right now. They aren't clarifying things. They are building evidence. They are creating a time-stamped log of your agreements so that, when they fire you and you try to claim unfair termination, they can pull out a binder of emails and say, "We were very clear with him." I want you to pause for a second. Go down to the comments section right now. I need to know if I'm hitting a nerve. Has a boss ever suddenly started sending you recap emails after years of casual, verbal instructions? Type yes if you've seen this. Type no if you're lucky. I want to see how many of us have walked into this trap. Now, let's talk about the second signal. This one is brutal. It's called the impossible task. If they can't find a mistake you've made, they will manufacture one. Suddenly, you get a project. But the deadline makes no sense. It's due in 2 days, but it usually takes 2 weeks. Or they give you a task that requires data you don't have access to. You panic, you stay up all night, you drink 4 coffees and kill yourself to get it done. You think if I just pull this off, I'll prove I'm valuable. You are wrong. They don't want you to succeed. They are banking on you failing. They need you to miss that deadline. Why? Because then they can put you on a performance improvement plan. Let me tell you a secret about the PIP. It is not designed to improve your performance. It is paid leave for your executioner. It is the formal paperwork required to terminate you with cause. Once you sign that document, the clock isn't ticking anymore. The alarm is already ringing. You are essentially signing your own death warrant. And finally, the third signal. This is the one that means the end is literally days away. The knowledge extraction. Your boss comes to you smiling, totally relaxed. They say, "Hey, we just want to make sure we have everything documented. Can you write down your passwords? Can you make a step-by-step guide on how you manage those accounts? Just for our records." They might call it cross-training. They might call it updating the wiki. Do not be fooled. They are downloading your brain so they don't need you anymore. They are ensuring that the business runs smoothly the minute your keycard stops working. If you are being asked to teach a junior employee how to do your daily tasks, you aren't training a helper. You are training your replacement. You are seeing these signs, and you are getting angry. You should be, but anger won't save you. Strategy will. You have about 2 weeks before the axe falls. What are you going to do with those 336 hours? Because most people freeze. They cry in the bathroom. They beg. You are not going to do that. You are going to flip the script. But you have to be willing to do something that feels completely unnatural. When the realization hits you, when you know the axe is falling, your instinct is to fight, to storm into the boss's office and demand answers, to work 18 hours a day to prove them wrong. To beg. Do not do that. If you do that, they win. They get to see you crumble. They get to feel justified in their decision because you look unstable. Here is the strategy. You have 2 weeks. You are going to execute what I call the Vulture Protocol. You are going to pick the carcass clean before they kick you out. First, secure your perimeter. Tonight, go home and update your LinkedIn, but turn off the setting that notifies your network of changes. You want to be stealthy. Connect with every vendor, every client, and every supplier you have worked with. Get their personal emails. These are not company property. They are your professional network. If you wait until you are fired, you lose access to the database. Do it now. Second, the medical raid. You have health insurance right now. You might not have it in 3 weeks. Go to the dentist, get your eyes checked, get that physical you've been putting off. Refill every prescription you can. Use the benefits package that you earned. Squeeze every single cent of value out of that plan before they cut the cord. Third, and this is the most important part, become a ghost. Stop offering ideas in meetings. Stop volunteering for extra work. Do exactly what is in your job description and nothing more. Arrive on time. Leave on time. Use every spare ounce of mental energy to apply for other jobs. Your job right now is not to be an accountant or a designer or a manager. Your job is finding a job. When the moment finally comes, when they call you into that conference room with the HR rep holding a folder, you are going to shock them. They expect tears. They expect anger. Instead, you are going to sit there, calm as ice. You are going to look them in the eye, nod, and sign the papers. You won't ask why. You won't bargain. You will stand up, shake their hand, and walk out. Why? Because you already won. You used their time to build your escape pod. You didn't let them ambush you. You saw the signals. You read the room. The modern workplace is a battlefield. Loyalty is a myth sold to you to keep your salary low. The only person who is going to look out for you is you. The corporate machine is designed to chew you up and spit you out. The moment you aren't profitable, they have a strategy for your exit. You need to have a strategy for your survival. Don't be the person who gets blindsided. Be the person who sees the writing on the wall before the ink is even dry. We cover the things they don't want you to know. We talk about the psychology of control, the secrets of money, and the hidden mechanics of society. If you want to stay awake while everyone else is sleepwalking, click that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications. because the next warning sign might not be about your job, it might be about your bank account. And you do not want to miss that video. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp